they're adding. Let's see. Okay. Going live with Steve. Waiting for him to log on here. Hey, Jackie. Jackie, you gotta let me know if my microphone works. Stevie. Okay, there we go. Come on. I hope this is working. I don't know why this is not working here. Okay, thanks. I'm trying to accept Steve and it's not working. Oh, I hope I'm not still blocked. Let's see. Try again. There you are. Hi.
Hey, what's up? What's up? How are we?
Sorry, I don't know why my phone's such a piece of shit. I've also been blocked on Instagram like 1,000 times, so.
Why? I don't know how people get blocked. I've never been blocked.
I was talking to a friend and I was like, I will literally fight you. And I was totally joking, like talking about jujitsu, and I got blocked for like 3 months. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah,
I
don't know.
I say I'm gonna tear everyone's ACL and no one says anything to me.
I don't know if the Instagram trolls know what ACL is or what that even means.
It's like 3 letters. It's a big word. I had to look it
Yeah,
up.
it's too big for all the little Nazis on Instagram. So, all right, people, we are talking to Steve, aka Captain America. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your last name. There he is.
It's Joachim, but if you say it wrong, Joaquin, it's Steve Joaquin, the American Dream. So I'm fine either way.
Okay, is that where you got the nickname from?
No, I
Just
guess
'cause
my name's Steve and I'm yoked and handsome.
No, and so that's where the Captain America is. Did you give it to
Yeah.
yourself or did somebody else give you the name?
I think Kevin Bradley gave it to me
Okay.
of Jiu Jitsu Times. I think so. It was like 3 years ago now.
Yeah. How long have you been
Uh,
training?
like 4 and some change.
You're like so far advanced from me, and I've been training like 8 years, I swear.
Do
My brain is
steroids.
yeah, that's true. I'm probably gonna do like steroids or testosterone or something, and just my balls will shrink, but whatever.
Oh, dude, I don't need them. My girlfriend doesn't even like me, so.
No, women don't like anyone anymore.
No, men are trash.
Oh my God. So I do have a weird question. This is the one question I want to start with is what makes a jujitsu person pro technically? Because baseball teams, NFL, they have signed contracts, they have an actual team. What do you consider a jujitsu pro? Someone who's sponsored?
Uh, Sponsored helps, but it's
Yeah.
it's really who you're competing against. If you're
Yeah.
competing at like black belts who've been on that scene for a long time, I consider it pro. Like, and I'm gonna hate on these guys. I was one of these guys, so don't take too much offense.
Yeah.
But like these like blue belts who just keep posting like there's something. I was that guy, but like you have to beat like at least like 20 black belts to be considered pro for me.
Yeah. Like paid fights,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
You have to be somebody that like when you walk into a room, someone will be like, "Oh, dude, can I get a private?" Or, "Oh, we're looking to get a seminar set up," something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just hard. Like the waters are so muddy when it comes to jujitsu because it's not professional MMA. There's not really a sanctioned, governing body of anything for jujitsu. It's just kind of all over the map. And I mean, you see people who get like their blue belts and they've been training for 8 years. It's like
Yeah, belts are
crazy.
fake.
What?
Belts are so fake.
Belts are
Belts are
fake.
so
Yeah.
fake.
Yeah.
They're
I was
not
just saying
real.
that today, and everyone was mad at me for saying it. But I was like, it kind of depends on your knowledge, but then different people consider different knowledge, different levels. So it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, no, when people ask me like Usually like beginner people, they're like immediately before the roll, what belt are you? I am immediately
Oh, I'm losing you. I'm losing you. You're driving in a bad spot.
like
Hello. Oh, there you are. Okay.
get mad.
I lost you.
I'm like
I think I lost everything you just said. Are you driving or are you just sitting in a car? I'm losing you. Hello. Come back. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. I totally lost you. Are you pouncing in a parking lot? I don't know. You probably don't know what that is. Okay, we lost him. Let's try again. He's in the parking lot of the gym, so we're going to probably lose him. Okay, I don't know. I thought it was my phone, but it's your phone.
all right. Is it working now?
Hello? Okay. I'm.
Wait, it's mine.
No, I don't know. I'm on Wi-Fi at my house. I do live in the boondocks. Let me see. Let's see if we can move you.
All right. Well,
Is that any better? Lou? Still losing you. Is there Wi-Fi
I'll
anywhere
make
nearby, or is it?
slow movement.
I can't. I can't hear you. Lou? Can you hear me? I don't know why this isn't working. My Wi-Fi's on full blast right now, so I don't know what's going on. I got full bars. Working for some reason. I'm not getting you. I don't know why this isn't working.
Is it now?
Oh, that's better. There we go.
Oh no. Hold on. Then let me park. I was gonna go find a
Oh
better
no, are you
Wi-Fi.
driving around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all you can do in Jersey. Lift, jiu-jitsu, and drive.
Oh, I know. I'm from Jersey. I know what you mean, especially during the cold
Oh,
months.
I forgot that. I love it. I love it. All right. Is it working now? I'm not
Yeah. Oh,
cussing
I
it.
can hear you fine now. I don't know what happened
Fine.
before.
I'm sorry about that. I've
No.
had good Wi-Fi for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't. It's my luck. I have the worst luck.
Oh, me too, dude. I'm about to compete in this tournament with the torn MCL. It's gonna be
Yeah.
lit.
I can't believe that in Tampa and like next week, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
It's
gonna
gonna be
drive
so
3 hours to Tampa just to harass you.
dude, please do. I need somebody to hype me up. I'm gonna be like in the court. I'm going against a good leg locker first round. So I'm like, awesome,
Yeah,
break
that's
it.
good for you though. That's good.
Oh yeah, I'll be fine
So,
probably.
how many people, like, is anyone from your team coming with you? Do you have anyone to coach you, corner you, anything?
So Daishi Goto is also in the bracket,
Oh, good.
and I
Okay,
train with him all the time.
cool.
Then that whole Zapatero team, they're my boys.
Yeah.
So I'm safe. I'm staying with one of their black belts. So yeah, I'll be taken care of.
All right, good. So you have people in your corner there.
Yeah, I think John Combs will be there, and then my head coach Jay Regalbuto is doing the commentary, so I'll definitely feel at home.
What's the prize again? Like 10 grand or 20 grand or something?
Yeah, 10 grand. I don't care about the money though. I
No, I'm
want these
just,
matches.
yeah. Sometimes you can tell like the level of competition considering how much you win or whatever. So that's
My
cool.
mom pays my bills, so I'm not too
Your
worried.
mom pays your bills. Yeah. I pay my mom's bills. So some of them, she just retired now. So we
Oh
put,
yeah?
yeah, we played the lottery, but didn't win.
No,
No.
dude, you just got to keep trying.
I know. I was gonna buy like horses and like me and Kate were gonna get like matching G wagons and Pearl and a couple motorcycles. But
Stop.
I know.
Cutest lesbian couple in the
Yeah,
game.
I know. And I mean, it's so funny because nobody believes that she's a lesbian and no one believes that I'm straight. And I'm like, it's the opposite. If you want to know how
No,
butch I am to do this little shit here, I use electrical tape. That's how butch I am.
that's Jersey. I
Yeah,
like
that's
it.
Jersey as well.
I, that's the vibe.
Yeah, I didn't even start drinking my wine, so you can't even hear like my Jersey Philly accent yet. But if I have wine, I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. It's so
Dude,
bad.
I don't think. Do I have a Jersey accent? You might know.
You don't. It's weird. You really don't. I mean, maybe a little bit, but where in Jersey are you?
South Jersey, so like Swedesboro, right across the bridge from Delco too. So I don't know why I don't have any accent.
Yeah, that's weird because I mean, that's kind of where I'm from, like Cherry Hill Audubon. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
What school did you go to?
Well, I've lived here since I was like 10, but my whole family like grew up in Jersey, and I was there, a couple times a year. So, but I've been in Florida since I was 10.
Oh, dude, that's dope. No, I grew up going into Cherry Hill. My girlfriend works there now.
Okay.
I love Cherry Hill.
Oh,
It's kind
nice.
of rich for me.
It's funny you say that because like we were like kind of like right on the Camden border, and I remember one year my stepdad and we went to, I don't know if you know what Fish is. It's a Fish concert. They're kind of like Grateful Dead, but like in the 90s. Like it's a super hippie band. It's super
No, I don't
super
know it.
hippie.
I've never even been to a concert, bro.
Oh my God, you're a child. You got to go to a concert. Do you listen, like, what kind of music do you listen to? Anything when you're training?
Uh, a lot of like Biggie and Tupac when I'm
Okay.
training.
So some old school
Uh,
stuff, some 90s and stuff.
I like Disney songs, to be honest. I've never told anybody this. I'm like, I'll listen to Moana all day long.
Okay. Look, if you want to come out live from the closet, that's fine with me.
Dude, all my close friends already know what's up. It's cool. I'll
I'm
hold it
just,
in.
I'm just kidding. No, that is funny. I used to sing Disney songs when I was a little kid. That's actually how I got into singing, funny enough. So,
Really? Because
yeah.
you're a good singer. I like when I saw your video, I wanted to hate it.
You wanted
Like
to,
I didn't want to like your music, and then I'm
I
like, all
hate
right,
it.
this shit kind of
I can't
hit.
listen to myself record. How do you feel when you watch yourself compete? Because I can't listen to myself talk on a podcast. I can't listen to myself sing like on a recording or like on video. It drives me nuts to like listen back to myself. So I
Oh,
don't know how do you,
I'm my biggest fan. I love
I was
every
gonna say
second of it.
you're like such an ego. All your videos are like, I'm the best, which is good. You should feel
Yeah,
that way. You should.
yeah. You know what? I talked to a lot of people who like thought I was like a real jerk before meeting me.
Nah.
The big thing with me is I'm definitely cocky, but it's more for fun,
But
and
it's
I'm mostly
fun.
talking about me. I'm
Yeah.
talking about I never try and put anyone down
No.
unless they really suck.
Yeah, no, it's good. And I think the champion mindset, the pro mindset, like you have to think like that because otherwise everyone else is already ahead of you. You've already beat yourself if you don't think that way. So you have
Oh
to
yeah,
think yourself is better. That's why like the other day you were talking about like this competition coming up. You're like, I'm kind of nervous. I'm going up against a bunch of leg lockers. I was like, don't start thinking negative. Like just start thinking positive. You're gonna murder all of them. So
oh
it's
yeah.
gonna be good.
Well, I'm definitely better than everyone. They're lucky my legs hurt at this point. Like
Yeah,
blessing for them.
yeah. But
But
you're still
no,
gonna. You have a week to heal up. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident.
who's somebody that you want to fight that you haven't fought yet?
I want Elder Cruz so bad. I want him
Yeah.
so bad. Giancarlo Bordoni. I love Giancarlo, so it's not like a call out, but I would
Yeah.
love to get a match with him. I think I could definitely. If Jacob could get that close to tapping him on the back, then I know I can finish him on the back.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though
Let me
you're like a
think.
leg locker, that's funny. You would take the back. So that's a good game
Yeah,
plan.
I'm like 50% as good as I am in practice in
Mm.
competition. Like I kind of just do bottom game. I don't like it very much. In
Yeah.
practice, I honestly don't even go for leg locks anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I just started a new gym and, for a long time, I just had a really heavy top game and a really, heavy pressure game and everything. And now I'm getting into the leg locks and I'm a little late at purple belt, but I'm really enjoying learning the other side of things because now I have one kind of down pat and I'm getting into the next. And then I realize I have 40 more years of jujitsu ahead of me. So I'm probably going to learn a lot more.
Oh yeah, dude. There's no rush. Like
No.
I don't really rush anything when I teach people. I'm not like, listen, you don't need to hit this move today. Like there's so many times when I was first starting jujitsu where I'd like couldn't figure out a move the entire day to make me so mad. Then like 6 months later, it just worked.
Why do you think that you have like a special talent? Because obviously it seems like you've only been training 4 years. You pick up stuff really fast. You're technical pretty early on. So where does that come from? Are your parents athletic? I mean, anything in your history like that? Sports
Yeah,
kid?
my family's pretty athletic, like a lot more athletic than me. My granddad was in the NFL.
Oh, nice.
My dad was a Army Ranger. He played lax at West Point.
Yeah.
But it's got to be Jay Regalbuto, my coach. He's just so much smarter than everyone. Like I didn't waste time with anything. I don't know anything that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
And then also having the luxury of like being friends with the Rodriguez brothers,
Yeah.
like they would get me into all these rooms. You don't really have a choice. Like you can't do anything stupid when Nicky Rod's across the room from you.
Yeah. He's scary up close.
Yeah, but I think anyone can get this good this fast as long as they're just throwing themselves in the fire. And most people don't want to. Like I spent a year and a half just getting tapped over and over
Yeah.
and over again going to Henzo's. So at this point, like I'm just kind of used to getting beaten up, and that's what you got to get used to.
Yeah. And you don't work like a regular job. You just train and that's what you do, right?
Oh no, I have a full-time job.
You have a full time.
I'm a sales guy at Edge Fitness, and I'm about to be a police officer. I'm working
Okay.
on that right now.
Yeah. I just think about it because I'm going to be 40 soon, and my big blockage for jujitsu is I work 43 hours a week, and I've got so much stuff in my head that by the time I get to train, my brain is just like I don't want to think of anything else. So I guess it helps to be kind of young and still being able to have all that space in your head to really absorb what you need to absorb. How far do you think
Oh
you
yeah,
can go with it?
with jujitsu, dude, I'm definitely gonna keep going till I'm at the top. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing this part time right now for about a year. I'm still one of the best guys on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep training, keep working with the best guys. Like it's not a race for me anymore. It used to be.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I first started, I'm like, I'm gonna be a world champion in 2 years. Now I'm just like, I'm really freaking good, and I'm gonna keep getting better. I got the right people around me. Like I can go to Texas and train with B team whenever I want. Like
Yeah.
I have a lot of luxuries a lot of people don't have. So I kind of just figure it out. A lot of things in my life definitely suffer, like
Yeah.
because I only want to do jujitsu. So like my car's broken right now.
Oh yeah.
My mom wants me to go to Nissan. I'm like, that's cool, but practice is later, so well, I'm gonna skip that again.
You should see my pile of laundry just from training this week. It's like everything takes a back seat. My poor dog, like I take him out whenever I can because it's just like all I do is like train after work and train, and so I know how it is. It's a full schedule, but
Well,
you're
you
right.
do gi, right?
What?
You do gi,
I do
right?
both gi,
Well,
no
see
gi.
that's why your lawn just don't do gi and your
Yeah,
laundry will go down so
right.
much. I'm telling you.
I call my garage the gi raj because I have like 30 gis, like, and I have so I used to ride horses. I have bridle racks where you put like the bridle of the horse over it, you know, that goes on the horse's face. And I have like 10 of them just across my wall, like bolted into the wall, and I just hang all my gis on it. So yeah, so I have a gi garage. But I
That's
like learning both
dope.
because like, you know, especially for like a smaller girl, like you want to kind of learn part of why I train is like self-defense. So for sport jujitsu, I love there's such a huge difference, you know, but I like learning both. So gi, no gi, it depends. It's all different. But do you ever train gi at all?
Only for like jokes or
Or,
it was my black belt buddy's birthday, and I won't say his name, but he can't like score a sequence on me in no-gi.
yeah.
So it was his birthday. I walked in with a gi. I've never seen someone smile bigger.
Oh
I think I
no.
got tapped, like loop choked like 9 times. It was
Oh
the
yeah.
best day of his life.
So
But now
you started
you
in no
go.
gi and you just never put on a
Uh,
gi from the beginning?
no, I had a year and a half of almost only gi training at this small, like really traditional school.
Okay.
And then one day I went to like a 6 a.m. that Jay was running. I heard about this big, strong blue belt, Nick Rodriguez. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to smash this dude and then I'll feel good about myself. He murdered me.
Oh
Everyone in the room
no.
did. There's a video out there of him just snapping me down. It looks like I'm shooting doubles. It's
You can
horrible.
send me that.
But after that, like Jay sat me down and explained, like, listen, the best guys in the world like focus on one thing. Like
Yeah.
you can't expect to be this good this fast doing both. So just focusing on one. Maybe when I'm older, like my body's already broken, but
Yeah.
like when I'm like in my 30s, 40s, and it really starts to take a downward swing, then maybe I'll mess with the gi more.
Yeah. But
But
it's good. I mean,
competition wise,
yeah, it's a
gotta focus.
lifelong thing. So, you know, it's hard to start when you're young because I mean, I started when I was 31 and I feel broken already. I can't imagine doing this from 20 something to 45, 50, you know? Just got to stay healthy.
Dude, how about the Rotolos since like
Yeah, I
4?
know. Oh my God. I love watching them. I love watching them. It's just so interesting. It's just too fast for my brain. I can't.
Oh, dude. J Rod versus Ty or Cade Rotolo is the match that I'm just sitting
I
waiting
know.
for. It's gonna be a banger.
I want to see that so bad. That would be so awesome. Such a good
No,
matchup.
I think I think he's gonna take Couch's back and submit him pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because I play a really similar game to Jacob Couch, like that false reap guard,
Hmm.
and like Jacob from like leaving us and then going to B team for like 9 months. His stand pass game, you can't sit him down from a seated position with leg locks, and that's mostly Couch's game. So I'm really thinking it's just going to be too much side to side movement, body
Yeah.
lock passing right to the back. And then right after that, if he doesn't call out the Rotolos, I'm not his friend anymore.
You got to make a post about it and just put like a wager. Oh, you should put like a cash app and like have people bet against each other as to like whether or not he's going to do it.
Dude, he wants it more than anything, but he's the
Yeah.
sweetest human on earth and won't call anyone out.
But that's the thing, like you should call out people who you actually respect because that's when the real matches happen, you know? When there's that's the weird thing about like MMA and jiu-jitsu. I always feel weird about like the angry beef when people get like personal and stuff. It's like just because it's a fight sport doesn't mean that you have to like hate each other. I always appreciated like like big names in MMA, like George St. Pierre was always respectful. I like those guys better because they respect the sport and they truly appreciate the technique in the sport, you know? So,
Yeah, you can't really get into that flow state either when you're angry.
yeah. Yeah, it's not good. I mean, some people can. Some people just smash people when they're pissed. That's just how some people function, but I'm just weird like that, but
Oh, I'm soft. I like
all right.
message guys before I compete. I'm like, hey man, thank you so much for taking the match,
Yeah.
just to get it out of me.
I'm always like everyone's friend and I'm like, by the way, smash your face.
Exactly. I've only disliked one person that I was supposed to compete against, but he was a little bitch and didn't even show up.
Yeah.
But that would have, I was like, definitely, I didn't like how I was feeling beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard too. I mean, at least you get matches and stuff. I mean, at Masters 47 or whatever I am, Master 2 or whatever, and purple belt, and like I was fighting at light feather. There's nobody. There's just no women out there. So one person calls out of the match. I don't have a match. It's like 6 months before I have another match for anything. So
Is that you're talking about IBJJF?
really anything, even the stupid
South
little
Florida?
like Nagas, new breeds, just run of the mill competitions. It's just really hard to find somebody my age, my size, and at a purple belt. So
Yeah, at that point, dude, like you just have to start fighting young chicks.
I know. Well, yeah, do adult, and I'm like, I'm tired.
Right? They don't get tired. I get tired. I don't understand why everyone else doesn't.
Yeah, no, it's pretty. I don't know. Depends on your endurance and everything. But how did you get into jiu-jitsu? I don't think I ever asked you that.
So, I was a pretty good football player in high school,
Oh, that's
and I had a couple looks. I was trying to go to Temple, and
okay.
then I had a tumor in my left leg, and I had to get like yeah, so I had
Oh,
to get surgery, radiation, and all that. So like 6 months of just being mopey. My mom's friend, who's a black belt, and he's like a legit one, so I still kind of like that he's the guy that brought me into it.
yeah,
Uh, he brought me in one day, and I've just been obsessed ever since.
yeah. You get hooked. There's
Oh,
people
there's a
who,
bug.
there's people who just are just like, it's not for me, and then there's people who are like, this is all I want to do.
Yeah,
So
something about sweaty dudes grabbing me. I just am a big fan of
listen, I got a friend. I got a lot of friends who would be interested.
it.
Male
Oh,
friends, male friends.
believe me, my DMs don't stop. It's only
Oh,
guys too. It's
yeah.
horrible.
Oh, guaranteed. My
Dude, this
no, what were you
go
gonna
ahead.
say? No, go ahead.
No, he joined the live for a second too, the
Oh, did it?
page.
Oh, was that who that was? I didn't know who that was.
No, Tim's my friend. I don't know
Oh,
where they were. They were like in the beginning, but they messaged me. They're like, "My girlfriend thinks you're hot." LOL. I don't think they have a girlfriend. And then they went, "Is that weird for me to say?" And then I didn't reply, and he goes, "Threesome?" Question mark. I'm like, "No,
oh no.
bro."
Man, it's so the
Every
times are
day.
so different from when I was growing up. Like, I mean, I guess that stuff happened when I was growing up. I guess I was sheltered. I don't know, but shit's weird these days. There's the internet. So, how does your girlfriend put up with that? Is she like fighting off all the girls?
No, she knows I'm an idiot. No one will keep me around for more than a week.
That's true. Yeah, I was gonna say she has nothing to worry about. That sucks that she doesn't train though. She's got to get into it. I know she likes her nails. You said, but
Yeah, no, she beats my ass, so it's fine.
yeah,
She can swing. She's got a mean right hook.
yeah.
And then, like we were talking about, dude, as soon as I put her in a leg lock, immediate oil check, and she wins every time.
That's usually yeah. She she wins and you win.
Oh, I'm having a
Yeah,
great time for sure.
yeah.
With the super sharp nail too. It's
That's
just
oh
awesome.
my God. That's great though. No, that's cute that she like kind of tussles around with you and stuff. But that's good. You have somebody that supports you, and it sounds like your parents support you and really want you to. Yeah, do they complain?
Yeah, yeah. My family wants me to be an adult.
Well,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm not. I don't believe in it yet.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, you're still young. You still got time. But when are you gonna apply for a police academy? When are you doing all that?
So I already did the academy. That's
Okay.
all done. I'm just looking at jobs right now.
Yeah. Are they hiring in Jersey?
Everybody's hiring.
Really?
Honestly, like even worse than the DMs from the guys, the police like departments calling me and my family up is ridiculous because no one wants to be a cop right now. Literally, it's like, wait, your son can wrestle? Where he's hired
Yeah.
every day. Not even joking, every day. I don't even know what
Yeah.
departments they are. I'm like, cool.
Who would
Cool.
have thought that the cops would have been in your DMs?
Yeah, no, they're calling my mom, which is even
Yeah.
worse because she gets excited. She's like, "Oh, look, they want you." I'm like, "Awesome.
I
I'm
think
gonna
things
go
are going to
wrestle."
level out soon, though. I think things are going to chill out, and it'll go back to police being more respected, and things are going to chill, and you know everything's been crazy the last couple of years, but being a police officer is a good job. It's good.
Yeah, I was in the academy during COVID and the George Floyd incident, so like everything blew up at once. It was crazy. I'd walk into Wawa's like with my academy shirt on, thinking I'm about to get chased out of there.
Yeah, it's scary.
But
Whatever side you're on all this political shit, it's scary to be on either side. You never know. That's a big reason why I train is because people these days are crazy and unpredictable, and a lot of people carry weapons, and a lot of people, you know, are just unhinged. You never know. So it's always good to be able to, I mean, you could do sport jujitsu all day, but it's always good to have that in your back pocket in case someone gets crazy, especially Jersey. Like I was going to say earlier, when I lived in Jersey, we went to the Fish concert. Don't look up the band. You're going to be like, oh my God, this girl's really weird. But my stepdad at the time, who was like probably 320-pound, big biker, covered in tattoos and everything, we took like a little white Toyota car, and we had to drive through Camden to get to the E-Center. And there's people like driving by us, and there's a red light, so we stop at the red light, and everyone's driving by us. And I'm like, why is everyone running the red light? Is it broken? And we just see people just running past us, running the red light. All of a sudden, 4 guys just come out of nowhere and just start taking the tires off of the car and start opening the car doors with me, little like 90-pound, 13-year-old girl, and my 300-something-pound stepdad. And I'm like, floor it. And he just floors it through Camden. Like, you don't want to drive through there. Not even this was during the day. So
yeah, you gotta love Jersey.
Yeah. Oh, someone knows Fish. But yeah, Camden's hardcore. And I don't know how much time you spent in Florida, or if you know anybody from Florida. Everyone from Florida thinks that they're like hardcore gangster and they're tough. And I dated a guy when I was younger who was pretty hardcore, and he was a pretty tough, weathered man. And I brought him to my hometown, and we actually drove through South Philly, and he's like, holy shit, that building looks like it's been on fire like 5 times, and it's all decrepit and burned down. Why don't they just knock it down? I was like, well, they don't feel like paying for it. And he's like, oh, that's disgusting. That's horrible. And I was like, well, people live in it. He's like, people live there? And I was like, yeah, dude.
Like, bro, where do you think we're going?
Yeah, I brought him into the Philadelphia subway on like a Sunday at 12 in the afternoon, and he was terrified. 6'3", big guy, terrified. I was like, I don't give a shit. I grew up in this shit.
Dude, people from Jersey and Philly, we just walk around and we're giggling the whole time.
We don't. Dude. Everyone's like, oh, Miami. I'm terrified of Miami, and don't walk through this neighborhood at night. And I was like, I'd be in there in a bathing suit at 3 a.m. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, you know what? The only place that was scarier than Jersey was Brazil. When I was in Brazil, yes. I was terrified.
Oh yeah, they don't give a shit there. I would not go unless I was with a group of people who knew how to fight.
Yeah, I was with all fighters, and most of them spoke Portuguese, which was nice. I was walking around saying obrigado to everybody.
Obrigado. There's your Jersey accent.
Obrigado.
Obrigado. That's the most Jersey Portuguese I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah, os, my guy.
Oh no, that's good. Yeah, Brazil's scary. Yeah, I can't really think of any other countries that I've been to that are scary. I've been to China, which is not scary, but their government is terrifying. So.
Yeah, you can't do anything, right?
People have no idea. Like if you see what's happening in the U.S. now, I went to China for 10 days. I was terrified. I mean, they just take everything from the general public. They make you work to death, and they just take everything, and they build these fake ass gardens, and they're like, this is your nature now. Like it's scary.
Wow. Yeah. That's why I love that I'm born in America. That's a big reason I like the Captain America thing. I get in arguments with all my friends. Greatest country on earth by far.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. And I have lots of friends from all different countries and everything, and people say, people don't appreciate being American until they go somewhere else, and it's true, and it's, but I have a lot of friends who are European and everything. It's just beautiful. I miss traveling. I'm going to Canada in the next couple of weeks, but.
Dude, I want to go to Canada. I'm a big pro wrestling fan, and all the best wrestlers are from Canada, so I want to go.
Yeah, it's crazy how weird people, weird little niches of wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and where all that is it Dagestan, where all the new MMA guys are coming from,
that one mountain. They're all from the same mountain.
What is with that? Is it just because they wrestle bears, or?
Dude, I think they just have the rights. Honestly, if you look at Jersey before everyone ditched, Jersey was like Dagestan of USA. We had Gordon Ryan, Nicky Ryan, Gary Tonin, Nicky Rod. It's ridiculous here.
And I think Pat Downey's down in Florida now. I think he's in Boca, right?
He's a nerd.
Is yeah. No, I know. I'm just saying all the wrestling guys in Jersey
Yeah.
and the
No,
Jersey
dude.
people.
I'm trying to get a match with Pat right now, so
Are
he's a
you?
nerd in my eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got to say something meaner than he's a nerd. Then
What? No,
yeah,
I'm not mean.
you gotta spark some spark
No,
some fighting going on.
Pat Downey will beat me up for
No,
real.
I know.
No.
I'm just saying.
You can't pull guard in real life. It sucks. I
Yeah,
wish I could.
yeah. Your friend was commenting, like, ask you if you pull guard.
Yeah, I do. I do,
Yeah,
Tim. I saw it.
I pull guard and then I regret it every time because I'm the worst on the bottom. I'd make
Dude,
a
it's
terrible
safe.
gay man. Not a bottom.
Yeah. I've been described as a power bottom,
Yeah, that
like
makes sense.
in practice.
Yeah.
Like I can come up and wrestle, but I'm safe at the bottom. That's my home. It's home base.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know why I just never really, and it's funny because my previous school, like we did a lot of like, just a lot of work from the bottom, and I just never really, I don't know, I just don't pick it up. I just don't pick it up. But have you ever done wrestling? Or just
No, now I do because I'm
yeah,
kind of forced to because everybody that I train with is from
J-Rod.
a wrestling background now.
Yeah.
But no formal wrestling. I'm actually horrible at shooting. It's just you can't take me down.
Yeah, I have good defense too, but I'm short. That's probably why. What
Yeah, I
about
got long arms, so I'm just like stay away.
what's your reach?
Like too sexy.
70. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'll send this to all my young lady friends and just be like,
Oh God.
be a fan.
Oh, they are. They already are.
Steve collar tie ain't bad.
That's my son, Cade.
That's your son? Okay.
He's the next one out of Jersey to be ripping everyone's head off on the
Okay.
big scene.
Good.
He's coming. Only what was it? I forced him to do his first tournament ever. We had him go up to intermediate. I wanted him to do black belt, but
Yeah.
the other coach is a bit of a nerd. And then he went out. He beat everybody. Nine wins, no losses, and only 3 weeks of training. So this kid's coming.
Yeah. Who else do you think's coming up? Like, who do you know that is going to be big in the next year or two that we haven't heard of?
That you haven't heard of. I don't know. The pickings are starting to look pretty slim on the East Coast now because everyone's kind of dipping out.
Yeah.
A couple guys I really like. Do you know Patty Ice out of 10th Planet, Long Island?
No, I have to look him up.
The Adult Slayer, dude, this kid, monster. He's beaten some like legitimate like killers. He's finishers, heavyweight champ. So he's probably my bet for somebody that can definitely do some damage. We have that Emerald City Absolute coming up, and I honestly have him win the qualifier if I don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I'm just glad that like jiu-jitsu is kind of becoming a little bit more mainstream and stuff. Like, when I started 8 years ago, it was just now becoming something that people actually knew what you were talking about. But I started watching the UFC 22 years ago. Nobody knew what jiu-jitsu was. So it's really nice to see like the younger crowd kind of, and the real athletes and the people who like actually focus their life on it, to really be coming up and, especially the Rutolos brothers and everything. It's just so out of this world.
Oh, dude, I hate it because
Oh.
I can't even do a cartwheel, and all these athletic guys are coming in. I'm like, I'm trying to keep up, just being good at this, but
You gotta do a Nicky Rod backflip.
it doesn't work, dude. I am the first time I ever trained with Nick, I said cartwheel me, bro. Couldn't do it. Still can't do it. It's a fake move.
I just don't know how anyone that large moves that fast and that fluidly.
So now that he's like 250,
Now-
260, he's slowing down a little bit. Him at 220 is just the perfect, just stupid speed, stupid strength.
What do you weigh now?
Like 205. I'm the weight that this bracket's at. I'm just walking in.
Yeah. And you stay at 205, or do you cut a little bit?
I was competing at like 185 for about a year, but it was just killing my body. So I'll do it here and there, but I like 205 for now.
Yeah. And as you get older, you just naturally put on muscle and put on weight, and you just change as you get older. So
I'm looking forward to that dad strength because I swear I'm very weak. Like when I grab people, I don't think they like go like, oh, but sometimes when like these 40-year-old dudes who are like blue belts grab me. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Like, get off me.
Yeah. I've always had like weird, like, especially for a girl, I've had like the weirdest dad strength. And I don't tell anybody because I try to use like technique. And then like some days I go into training, I'm like, I'm going to use my strength today. And everyone's like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, I decided to, you know, kind of grew up on a farm, you know.
Oh, the random days you want to try and practice and everyone gets surprised. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed. Like, so I've been at this new gym for like a month. It's Gracie Baja in Jupiter. And I used to go to a gym down on North Lake. And all the girls are like short and kind of stocky, like kind of like my size. But I outweigh them by like a little bit, and I'm a little bit older than all of them. And I had a stomach issue that I put on a couple of pounds because I just couldn't move for like 4 months. I couldn't run, I couldn't work out, I couldn't do anything, and I just kind of like sat on the couch. So I put on a couple of pounds, and now I'm like sloppy because like I just can't move the way that I was able to move like a couple months ago. I have injured like every single person in my class in the first month, and I'm so embarrassed. Like,
it's their fault, bro. They
I'm
get
just
that.
like, I'm like kneeing everybody in the face by accident. I'm like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Like, I'm trying to like make a good impression at the new gym, but I don't know. Have you ever injured anybody?
No. I've scared a few people because they were talking trash mid-round. I've been punched in the face multiple times after rounds.
On purpose?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had a flying, this dude, he wrestled his entire life. He was like 29.
Yeah.
And I was wrestling with this guy, and he couldn't take me down, but he was like smacking my head really hard. And I don't like to be hit in the head too much. That's why I pull guard.
Yeah.
So after like 5 minutes of him just shooting and me stuffing it every time, I sat down, and he's like 30. I smacked his leg. I said, Pat, he just got a blue belt. I said, earn that blue belt, pass my guard, kid. And then within like 3 seconds, I had an outside heel hook with no pressure, and he screams like a little girl. And I let go immediately. He spins and Superman punches me on the ground.
Oh my God. I've never had like beef with anyone in training. That's funny. But I guess guys are more testosterone.
I'm not, dude. I don't care.
No, I'm saying like some guys are, some guys aren't. But have you ever been like in a fight outside of the gym?
Not since I really started jiu-jitsu. I've been like 2 fights. Pulling guard saved me in one, for real. I was getting pieced up at this place, like just bang, bang, bang. So I sit down and I do the dummy sweep and push his knees.
Oh, no.
Dude, I started dropping elbows on him. I was like, this shit's awesome. I was like a fresh white belt.
That is so funny. Yeah,
but like, I don't like fighting. It's scary.
No, yeah, no. I also feel like a lot of people who train, like, it's in your face every day, and you realize what could actually happen in like a real scenario, and you're like, I don't want to deal with that. I want to be able to train tomorrow, not be all scraped up.
Yeah, and you notice like most people don't really want to fight. Like, if someone comes up to me feeling some type of way, I'm with it. Like, I'm from Jersey, brother. We can do whatever. But I'm not looking for a fight. Like, at the gym at Edge, there's this one guy he's this pro bodybuilder. He thought I was making fun of him. He thought I was making fun of him when I'm kind of just a goober, and went like this in the mirror to my friend.
Oh no! Yeah.
He comes up 40 minutes later, and he's like, "Hey, bro, were you making fun of me?" I'm like, I look at him like, "Are you all right, man? Like, do you want to talk or something?" And he's like, he has to talk to my manager and everything, so that happened. Oh, yeah, he's a fucking dweeb. That's the first time I've cursed here. He's a fucking dweeb. I can't stand this dude. Yeah. But no, he goes to the bar that me and my girlfriend and all our friends go to, and he just sits in the corner staring at me like this all the time. I'm like, dude, if you're feeling froggy, brother, you can leave. And his legs don't work, apparently.
Oh, well, they don't now.
Well, he'll never do legs again if he fucks with me. Like, I'm mean.
Oh, it's funny because people have like an ego about it until they get punched in the face, and then they don't know, then they don't know what to do. A lot of people want to start shit because they have an ego, but.
Yeah, like, I can fight, but I'm not a real tough guy. I know real tough guys. Like, Andre Petrovsky, Sean Brady walk in here every day. I know who's really tough.
Yeah.
So, like, when I see, like, this like dweeb in the corner of Edge Fitness, I'm not worried too much.
Yeah. I always think it's funny, like one of the best people in the world is like Mikey Musumeci. It's like the most adorable little thing in the world and just deadly in jiu-jitsu, you know? It's funny how like the people who, you know, really have good technique and can really, you know, fight when it comes to jiu-jitsu are like the nicest people.
Dude, his niceness makes me so mad though.
I know.
Like it's so like when he got mad at Gio, I'm friends with Gio.
Yeah. That whole thing was ridiculous.
Like so I think Mikey Musumeci is a great guy. I think the jiu-jitsu world babies him way too much.
Well, yeah. That's
like he's a special sunflower, and I feel like someone's got to pick a petal or two to calm him down.
Yeah. Some
like
people,
who's
he
to say he is a black belt?
Yeah. I don't like when people fake being too nice too. There's a lot of people in jiu-jitsu who are like that too. That's you. Yeah. That's you. Like hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. I can be like that a little bit sometimes, but I'm not fake about it. I am genuinely nice for the most part. Like I don't like to, you know, have beef with anybody. It's too stressful. I'm too old to have beef. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it gets this weird feeling in your chest when you don't like someone and they're around. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like walking into training and being stressed. Like I'm there to like not be stressed.
You know what helps? Making it very clear you don't like someone. I had to do that to the one kid that I told you I had a match with that I didn't like.
Yeah.
He's actually, oddly enough, he's related to me by like not like through blood. I'm considering it related because he's related to my girlfriend. I think that's why he hates me.
Okay. Like a cousin or?
Adopted brother.
Okay. So threesome? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God, this kid has nothing down there. He would have showed up for the match.
I'm just kidding. I was just referring to the guy that you were talking about earlier.
Oh.
Who are your sponsors, by the way? I meant to ask you that too.
LXB. That's my only one.
Oh, okay. So you don't have any like others, like grip tape sponsors or?
I don't know how that stuff works. I kind of just go.
Sponsors. I barely even have a podcast and I have sponsors.
Help me, bro.
I will. I'm gonna advertise.
Daishi saying we have beef. No, Daishi, you'll beat me up. No.
You have actual beef. And now I'm hungry.
The only beef is on this man's shoulders. Have you seen him?
What does he weigh? What's his weight class? He's big.
He's shorter than me, but he's very stocky. I know he's going up. I think he's more comfortable heavier, like 220, 225. That's where he's trying to go.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't move this guy at 205. I'm scared at, like, 225.
Yeah. Yeah, scary. Yeah, but we got to get you some sponsors.
Yeah, help me. I genuinely don't know how it works.
Yeah, I just asked. I just went on Instagram and asked and said I'm going to be doing a live Instagram live podcast. We were going to do YouTube and a bunch of other stuff, but it just technically and like time wise, I don't have time to like set up microphones and set up cameras and lighting and, you know, have everything all uploaded for 3 hours. So, but I mentioned people on the podcast and, you know, I've gotten a couple of free items here and there and it helps. I don't have any like, financial, you know, people who support me, but they send like, you know, clothing and gear and, you know, not that you really need gear. You train in the same stuff, but, you know, like Jit Soap and Skilled Violence and, you know, their clothing, their rash guards and stuff.
I don't think they like my brand because I've talked to a couple. Like Jit Soap, I've literally trained in the room with the guy. He sponsored like 2 of my friends who don't even compete. They just have followers.
Yeah.
I think they just don't like me.
Well, you also, when you're a business, as much as you love jiu-jitsu, you still have to think business-wise too. Who has the most followers? Who's going to get you the most attention, the most business? So, you know, I never understood, like, coming from a woman's perspective, I find it funny, like, okay, let's take, like, Luke Rockhold, for instance. Like, terrible.
Handsome as a motherfucker.
Terrible. But he's handsome. Sells tickets. You know what I'm saying? You got to, like, especially, like, these young dudes in jiu-jitsu and even, like, especially, like, look at Danielle Kelly. Young, beautiful girl. You're going to sell tickets. You're going to make people money. Like, people need a sponsor to face, you know? So Captain America got to get some sponsors going.
I'm literally, like, no offense. No offense to anyone else in jiu-jitsu, but honestly, They talk really boring. They're not all great to look at.
Yeah.
I feel like I have every X factor in the book. I'm just kind of lazy and don't know how to start stuff up.
Yeah. You just got to market yourself, and people fall in love with your personality. They fall in love with your jujitsu, your technique, and they always like a winner. And then the second is the personality, and that's what sells products. And if you're going to be a pro and you're going to do this long term, whether or not you want to be a police officer long term, you can always be a pro and still do it on the side and not have it be your main income. But, it would always be good to be able to be, especially for the younger generation, to be inspired and to follow in your footsteps.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
now with how jujitsu is growing, the
Yeah.
only way to really build your brand, like super fights are cool, being on big
Yeah.
cards is cool, but you have to win trials at this
Yeah.
point to get the real clout.
Yeah.
Like even Nogi Worlds, like I forgot Devontae Johnson. I know Devontae Johnson is really, really, really good, but I
Yeah.
forgot that he had the accolade of being a black belt world champion.
Yeah.
You don't forget that about an ADCC trials winner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's where I'm gonna win ADCC trials, either the next go around or the one after that. I'm here for a while. I'm 22,
Yeah.
but that's where you really start seeing it pick up. Like Jacob, dude, the amount of haters J Rod had going into trials, like people in our area,
He did
I'd be
so
telling
good.
them like, I would tell people, I'm like, this kid is different. Like,
Yeah.
haven't seen anything like it. And they wouldn't believe me. He just wrestled a little bit. Da, 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 da. It's like Nicky Rod wasn't here 2, 3
Yeah.
years ago. So once you win that, dude, it shut everybody up. And that's what I'm looking to do.
Yeah, I was really every single match he did amazing. Every single match, I was like glued. So and it was a surprise too, because young kid, and He's kind of unassuming looking too, So
He's
I
just walking
love
around
watching
goofy.
stuff like that. But yeah, I love
Like,
watching.
he
stuff.
has no care in the world. He's just
Yeah.
like that all day. I'll be honest. The whole time I knew he was going to win every match, except when Hunter Colvin went from bottom to top on him. I was freaking out. And then when I saw him throw up the buggy choke,
Mm-hmm.
at that point, I didn't know he was good at the buggy choke. He would throw it on me in practice, but I guess just being there from the beginning, I knew his setups.
Yeah.
But dude, when he threw it up, I was screaming at the phone. I'm like, I swear to God, if you do this to me and lose because you're doing a buggy choke, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
And then he caught it, and I had to eat my words. But, like, dude, I cried after him and Keith. Like, that meant a lot to me.
Yeah, he did really well. I was really impressed because I've seen him compete here and there, but I'm not on the phone every day and watching everybody compete every time. So I was pretty impressed by that. But it is funny when you compete though, you surprise yourself. There's things that you almost never do in practice, and then all of a sudden you get into position and you're like, oh, by the way, I can still do this, and you get something that you're not even expecting. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen to you in Tampa.
I'm hoping, dude. That's really how it works. I remember I was on a fight to win with Wagner Hosha, and I remember I caught a sub that I've never caught before, never caught again, just like a weaving arm lock from the false reap guard.
Yeah.
And it won, I got a better sub ranking than Wagner, and I was just like, oh, I don't even know what that move's called.
Like the one thing that you did one time 2 years ago, and all of a sudden it just comes out of nowhere. So.
Dude, people still reference it in my matches. They're like, Steve Joachim likes to attack this arm. I'm like, oh, I guess, no.
Now I do, but still no.
I hope they think I do.
Yeah. That's what I should do. So people kind of know me as a cheap wrist blocker. Just because sometimes I'm just lazy, and I'm just I've been working all day. I just want to and
yeah.
So now my thing is, because people are used to it, I'll bait it and then get something else from that. And so now I'm working on getting other things. So you should just label yourself as a heel hooker, and then just completely go the opposite way and do some other weird choke or something that no one's expecting.
Oh, dude, I'm ready to buggy choke somebody. I'm excited. No, but it has worked that way, because everyone on the East Coast knows me as a leg locker and just a leg locker.
Yeah.
But my back game is disgusting.
Yeah.
So my last 4 matches against black belts have gone to EBI OT. I've subbed them all in the first round of OT.
Yeah. Yeah.
some you keep in the back pocket. Mainly escapes, I feel like, are more important for me.
Yeah.
Like Gordon Ryan talks about all the time, is Gary Tonin too. If you have a good defense, like who cares? Like
Yeah.
throw up whatever.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I try and do. Like I play a lot of defense in practice. I put myself in bad spots.
Yeah, it's good to do that because you definitely don't want to ever get yourself into a bad position and get stuck there either. Like it's people go into the game thinking, all right, I'm going to do this, this, and this. You have a game plan, and then no one ever thinks about the game plan of what if I get caught in this. You know, you go in with like a ego thinking I'm not going to get caught in anything, but you got to practice getting out of everything too because that's what's going to save your ass.
Yeah, no, my last loss was a few months. Actually, it was a year ago, but it was against Enrique Galarza, who's a really good Silver Fox black belt.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone always tries to like Aoki my top leg, and like every day in practice. So he grabbed it, and I remember I looked at him. I didn't like try and defend it on. I just was in my head like, you're not gonna Aoki me. He threw his leg over and hipped in all the way. I felt like 8 pops. Like you got that one.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to get injured, especially this early in the game, because you know if you get injured now, you're out for 6 months. It's like a whole new, everything changes. So
Yeah, after this Zapatero, I'm probably gonna have to take a month off for this knee. So
yeah, yeah, and it's good.
but
Like take the time off when you have it because you don't want to you don't want anything permanent or any surgeries or major surgeries. You don't want to mess yourself up while you're still in your heyday.
yeah, I'm a quick tapper too. I don't really have too much ego when I go out,
Yeah,
like in practice. Like in competition, I don't want to tap, but like if it's there,
yeah,
like I'll see you next week.
yeah. My friend Tanya, she was on one of my podcast episodes. She's I think 10-0 in pro MMA fighting, and she is an ex-Marine. She's like a tough bitch. She was actually supposed to fight Ronda Rousey, but then she tore her knee like right before.
Stop.
She's a bad
She
bitch.
she would have knocked Ronda out.
Oh for sure. She barely leg kicked me one time. I made the mistake of her drinking at my house and letting her leg kick me. I'm talking her weakest leg kick ever. I had a bruise for like a month. I almost died. But she said she used to train with my old coach Igor, and she would go in and he was pushing her, and she starts crying and she's like, "Fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow." And she like came back the next day to fight. She's like, even when you just give up, you just like, OT is ready. That's what Romy knows. Romy knows Tom. Yeah, she's deadly. My friend Romy that, yeah. So what about like your personal life, like outside of jiu-jitsu? Like tell me more about you and who you are and some weird shit that we don't know. You're not all jiu-jitsu. You're a human being outside of it. That's what we want to know.
Am I?
No.
No, like I do stuff outside. I'm a really big, like probably outside of jiu-jitsu, I'm a really big pro wrestling fan, like I said earlier. Like
Yeah.
that, if I'm not watching jiu-jitsu, I'm watching that. I'm pretty boring. I say it on all the podcasts I do. I wake up, I train, I lift, and then I do the stuff that I don't want to do. But like when I have my own free time, I'm like vibing, playing Elden Ring, and watching like John Cena just AA everybody.
That's great. What do you take your girlfriend on dates places? Where do you go?
So she's the money maker, so
Oh
she
no.
takes me
Oh
out.
no.
No, yeah,
Such a
we're
whore.
honestly, she is the perfect girlfriend for me because I don't like a big spectacle. I don't like all this stuff. Like on her birthday and stuff like that, we'll do something nice.
Yeah.
But honestly, our favorite thing to do is just go to Olive Garden, order like takeout, get in the car, and put on like Modern Family or something, and just chill out.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. It takes a tough, fairly chill person to put up with someone who's a pro athlete who's training every single day because you don't get a lot of attention. You don't get a lot of time together and, personal time. You don't get to go on nice dates and everything. So if you find a girl like that, you got to hold on to them because they're special kind.
Oh, dude, it's the best. Like when we do hang out, she'll just be playing Pokemon on her Switch, and
Yeah.
I'll be watching Jiu-Jitsu. It's a great combo.
Yeah. That's why I kind
And
of want to like,
she's gorgeous, like out of pocket
yeah, I
gorgeous.
know.
In case she's watching.
I know. She is. She really is. So you guys are the American couple.
Oh, seriously, like Blonde Bombshell and Captain America. Come
Yeah.
on. Oh,
That's good. So, all right. Well, I'll sign off now. And it was really good talking to you. And I will try to help you get some sponsors. I'll put the word out, put my little feelers out, and see what I can help you with. But
thank you.
thanks for coming on. And I can't wait to see what happens in Tampa.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry about my Wi-Fi,
No,
but
it's okay. The only your
hopefully we
weakness.
do this again.
All right. Cool. Definitely.
All right, you have a good. I'll probably DM you talking shit in 5 minutes, but I'll see you.
Probably.